over 20 minutes of experience between them. They rate movies on a scientifically rigorous scale, approved or denied. They watch it, so you don't have to. This is Quality Assured Films.
Welcome back to Quality Assured Films. I'm John.
I'm Mike, and back by popular demand, we're doing another catch-up episode.
Not the condiment.
Yeah, I'll take the condom thing for 8,000.
That's condiments. For 400.
We got so much positive feedback on our first catch-up episode that we're running it back.
Let's do it. We're going to be talking about movies again, television shows, YouTube.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Now, some of these movies we're going to watch may not be in the theater anymore, but we urge you to find them where you can. Streaming,
other ways.
Mr. Smee, climb up the crew.
I see.
So let's jump right into it.
I wasn't paying attention.
I want to talk about a hilarious rated R comedy, which we need more of these. We need rated R comedies, okay? Fuck the box office.
All right, already.
I'm having a party tomorrow. You in? Yeah. Can Thor and Lucas come? They're my best friends. We do everything together. They're so random. 2 weeks into 6th grade, I'm already a social piranha. Sippy cups. Sippy cups. Does this look like a sippy cup? No, it's a fucking juice box. Because I'm not a fucking child.
Good Boys. Seth Rogen produced this one, starring young, 12-year-old kids. It's essentially like, what's that movie that I loved of his?
Superbad.
Yes, thank you. One of my favorite films of Seth Rogen's, but it takes place even younger. So they're invited to a party, and rather than it being like, we gotta figure out a way to bring alcohol here, it's a kissing party. We're 12. How do we kiss?
Tonight is our first middle school party. There's gonna be girls there. You know what that means? Drama. No, kissing. I'm out.
I'm guessing you're not the popular kids in school.
You do not want to go to Soren's party not knowing how to kiss.
Hey, Stranger Things, go fuck yourself!
Here's what made the movie work. It was rated R, and it was like these little kids cursing left and right, but it was so sweet. It was so innocent, despite that. The kid actors were so believable, and the things that they went through, never did you look at them like, oh, this is a fucking kid pretending to be, an adult cursing or an adult.
Okay.
They just kept it so sweet.
But that's gonna kill me. Chill. This is how we get the drone back.
Picture this, I'm a bag of tips.
You took my bag?
Don't get any closer!
Oh my god, there's Molly in there.
Okay, who's Molly? Because she's not with us.
Jesus Christ.
You had us bring drugs to a fucking playground?
There's hilarious scenes where there's sex toys involved that they just stumble across, and you're like, oh god, this is going down the wrong path. But no, again, they make it funny. They make it like, what's this? Hello, a fucking stupid shit. Swinging on a swing, that's a sex swing.
Oh no.
They're all oblivious to it, and it really works.
What are you doing? That swing is for sexing. People do sex on it.
It really worked, and I thought, it's going to be a raunchy movie where there's 12-year-old kids, and it kind of was, but again, keeping that innocence made the whole thing a pleasure to watch. By the end of it, you walk out of there, there's messages about, consent, there's messages about kids just being good kids.
Let's have a CPR doll. We can practice kissing on that.
Stop! You should never kiss someone without their permission.
May I kiss you? What do you like about me? You're sweet, you smell good. You're a really pretty CPR doll. I consent.
So I say check out Good Boys. Fantastic film.
You made us run around with drugs, fight with frat guys,
Nobody speak, nobody can joke.
and lock a cop in a convenience store with one ounces baked as a dildo. We're bad, we're so bad. We're bad, we're so bad.
Quality approved.
We need to see real people kissing. I have an idea.
How many husbands does she have? Get out of there, girl!
Nobody even kissed. Well, not on their mouths, at least.
I watched Love, Simon recently. It was fine.
Good morning, Creekwood Hog!
My name's Simon. For the most part, my life is totally normal. I have a family that I actually like, and there's my friends. We do everything friends do. We drink way too much iced coffee while gorging on carbs. So, I'm just like you, except I have one huge-ass secret.
Hey! I like your boots! I said I like your boots! Goodbye!
Nobody knows I'm gay.
It's about his journey to coming out and kind of being his true self, because he's closeted for most of the movie.
Okay.
To both his friends and family. He has to jump through a lot of hoops to, like, live a lie.
Have you seen the new post? About the closeted gay kid at school.
What?
Who do you think it is?
Can I call you back? Dear Blue, I'm just like you. This was a mistake.
That's something I appreciated about the movie, is it gave me insight into someone going through the effects of what that does to your interpersonal social life and your relationships.
Yeah.
It's nice to know there's another guy at school with the same secret. When did you first realize?
It was a bunch of little things, like my first girlfriend.
I think I'm falling in love with you.
Wow, thank you. Be right back. Wasn't my proudest moment.
Does he have a reputation as like the cool kid?
Not really. It's more about like his 4 friends, like his little tight-knit friend group, and how his relationship with them all implodes under the weight of this lie that he's living.
Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck on a Ferris wheel. One minute I'm on top of the world, then the next I'm at rock bottom. I've been thinking about why I haven't come out yet. Maybe part of me wants to hold on to who I've always been, just a little longer.
He's acting according to how he thinks they will react if he would hypothetically tell them, instead of kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt and being honest with them.
I'm done living in a world where I don't get to be who I am. I deserve a great love story, and I want someone to share it with.
Other than that heavier material about kind of like the pressures and the psychological and sociological impacts of what it means to come out, that's the heavier stuff. So other than that, it's a cheesy, sappy high school romance movie.
Right.
And that's fine, because there are so many of those types of movies from a cisgender, heterosexual perspective. Let's have a sappy romance movie from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Like, let's have a bunch of them. Let's have a ton of them. So, it doesn't need to be high art. But,
Right.
Have you ever been in love?
I think so.
Check it out.
I'm supposed to be the one that decides when and where and who knows. That's supposed to be my thing.
Disclaimer. This is about to get romantic as F.
Quality approved.
P.S. It doesn't seem fair that only gay people have to come out. Why is straight the default?
I have something I need to tell you.
I like girls. You trying to kill me?
I like men.
I'm straight.
I'm heterosexual.
Oh, God, help me, Jesus.
I am a huge fan of horror films, scary things.
You are on the record.
I am.
As a horror fan.
I'm a sucker for horror films. I love it.
Too scary for me.
When this movie came out, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
A book which scarred me for life as a child.
I knew it was based on the book, but I've never read the book as a kid.
Oh, well, you're lucky.
I was gonna say maybe that's why I didn't get as much from it.
Some people believe if we repeat stories often enough, they become real. They make us who we are. That can be scary.
Eat it, Harold.
It reminded me almost of like Final Destination, where the formula was, a bunch of kids experience something, and then one by one they're starting to be killed off. And it's like, the story's writing itself about each person. So you're like, oh, Jimmy, it's happening to you. We gotta stop him from death getting him. But the problem is, it would have been perfect had the CGI not been a factor. When you involve CGI in your horror, it just kind of takes the element, or it takes me out of the element, and I end up kind of going, oh. Like, there's a fantastic scene where this girl has a big pimple.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to pat me. And then spiders start
spiders, yeah.
That could be amazing, but instead you're like, oh, I mean, that's terrifying, the thought of it, but it's also CGI spiders running all over her.
Okay, what if what happens in the book is exactly what's happened for real? Oh my god. Andy?
Stella!
Listen, you're in the next story.
We're reading it right here.
It's a corpse looking for her missing toe.
In the end, I left the movie thinking that was fine. It wasn't that scary. I literally went into it thinking it was going to be the most terrifying thing since, like, The Ring, back when that first came.
Oh. But it still was counting on the recognition as a children's book. It couldn't go that far. I mean, the book was horrifying, but they still needed to get kids into the theater to see it, or at least, like, that's the demographic, is, like, young adults. So they can't do The Ring because that's rated R.
Right. So then this was PG-13.
Yeah.
When the stories write themselves and it all comes alive. Who came up with all this sick stuff?
This is one you can skip if you just want, like, a horror movie to put on at night and you don't care and you guys want to laugh together or some shit. Be a little scared. Then, but I deny it. I'm denying scary stories to tell in the dark.
You don't read the book. The book reads you.
Quality denied.
I watched Bo Burnham's 8th Grade.
Oh.
Hey guys, it's Kayla back with another video. So, the topic of today's video is being yourself. Being yourself can be hard, and it's like, aren't I always being myself? And yeah, for sure. But being yourself is like not changing yourself to impress someone else.
It was really good. There were some parts where it had that, like, kid obviously acting stuff going on, but the movie was about trying to get across how the generations right after us, and to some extent us, because of the internet, the phenomenon where you are presenting, much like this, a certain side of yourself to the outside world, which does not necessarily reflect who you are in private, is amplified times a million in the world of YouTube.
One more week of 8th grade, huh? I said 1 more week of 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, huh?
So the main character makes YouTube videos where she exudes confidence and gives advice, and then in her private life she's extremely shy and has no friends, and struggles with her day-to-day school life. And it shows you the effects of what being on all the time has on you, and what it does to yourself, to your idea of your self-worth and your self-confidence.
A lot of people like call me quiet or shy or whatever, but I'm not quiet.
Most quiet, Kayla Day.
I don't talk a lot at school, but if people talk to me and stuff, they'd find out that I'm like really funny and cool and talkative. By the way, I like your shirt a lot. It's like so cool. What?
I think he did a really good job of not making it feel like an adult wrote things that they think kids would say.
Oh, that's good, because that's hard not to do.
Yeah, so it feels very genuine.
When did you get Snapchat? What grade?
5th grade.
5th grade? What? Yo!
Even though you're watching younger kids who we might not relate to anymore, the situations that they're in are still very relatable. By the end of the movie, it was very emotional, which I was not expecting.
Wow.
I'm not going to give away what happens, but, sometimes it was a little forced or heavy-handed or cheesy, but that main actor, who I don't know her name, this person, did such a great job, and she has a scene at the very end of the movie that moved me. I think we will be dealing with the consequences of what this movie is trying to talk about for years to come. A very timely movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should check it out. 8th grade.
Wow.
Just because things are happening right now doesn't mean they're always gonna happen.
Who was in there?
Just sort of my hopes and dreams.
Right.
I was a complete mess when I was your age.
Really?
8th grade is the worst.
You never know what's next. And that's what makes things exciting and scary and fun.
Quality approved.
That's all, folks, for our movies episode. Coming up next, TV.
Yes, the golden age of television.
Ooh, who will have the Midas touch?
Find out when we return right here on Quality Assured Films.